StockManager.com studios here in the Black Hills of South Dakota. I'm your stockmanager, Brian Johnson. And a little catch-up video for you guys. Okay, what is the theme of the week? FOMC. It's all about the Fed. Fed. So they are supposedly going to announce QE3 on Thursday. What kind of a reaction that'll have in the market, anybody's guess, but considering if it really does happen, you would suspect that we'd see a large run up in the markets if that's the case. Because of that announcement supposedly coming out on Thursday, the markets have gone into a sideways consolidation. And so here we are yet again after a couple of decent moves to the upside, sitting around on our hands waiting for the next big major move. All right. So let's break into the videos and take a look at what we've got. Here's the consolidation here on the Dow. Now the Dow moved up today, made a new high. The rest of the markets have really kind of already done this, so it's the Dow just kind of finally catching up to everything. But as it is, it finally made a new high, hung out, up 0.5%, not too bad, but overall you can see the movement hasn't been really all that special. 13,250 to 13,350 over the course of a few days. Really pretty much sideways. 100 points on the Dow high to low, really nothing to talk about. However, it does give us some new levels to look at. So if we can blast up and above this or drop down and below this, these are going to be your opportunities for trades, guys. This is where you're looking to go long, looking to go short. I really do think you ought to maybe wait until after the Fed. If you're a day trader, by all means, feel free to hop in, hop out, be done, move on. If you're a swing trader, there really isn't much for you to do, to be quite honest. You really want to wait. You want to wait until after the Fed comes out and says what he's going to say, and then let's move on from there. What do we have? Is it a buy the rumor, sell the news type of an event? Or are they really going to run this thing up into all new kinds of new highs if an announcement like that is made? We don't know. And so there's no sense in guessing. This is something that I talk to a lot with my mentoring students, and I'll just tell you guys in this video, this is why I don't play earnings. I don't buy before earnings. I sell. I get out of stuff before earnings. I don't hold on to stuff through earnings. It's gambling. You don't know. You could have good results and the market crashes. You don't know how things are going to turn out. This is the way it works with the Fed speeches too. I mean, they could be running this thing up in expectation of, oh, hey, look, the Fed's going to say something. And if he comes out on Thursday and doesn't say what they want him to say, this thing could plummet. You just don't know. He could say, yeah, QE3, and this thing could blow through the sky. It's just not worth it. You sit around, wait. It's only a day away or so, and just relax and let's see what they come out with. So, as it is, we're in this consolidation. I really don't expect this to change much. So the theme of the video really is sit on your hands and wait. Here you see the high base consolidation happening. Everybody's getting ready for the Fed talk. So what is it going to do? Nothing. It's probably going to run itself sideways. We might have a little bit of down tomorrow. We might have a little bit of up tomorrow. Whatever the case might be, but overall, I don't expect any major movement in the markets coming into Thursday until after the announcement is made. So here it is, the run up, the high base. Get used to this, because this is what they all look like. As we move forward to the NASDAQ and the 60, now it has been dropping here, and a big reason for that is Apple. It's getting, I shouldn't say Apple's not getting crushed. It's just coming back down after a very nice, healthy run to the upside. That's all. But the NASDAQ follows that, of course. Could be reaching a bottom here in the NASDAQ, and I'm not a real big shorter of the NASDAQ anyway. But here are your levels to be watching. Back below here, probably something more major going on in the markets. Back above here is where you're looking for your more conservative longs. Right here in the middle, 2800, sure. I think that looks like a very nice opportunity to maybe jump in, potentially take a little bit of profit. I don't know if I'd be holding it for days at a time because of the Fed stuff, but if you're a day trader, this is a great place to be looking for some kind of a trade. If you look at the daily here as well, you can see the big pullback that we've had. A lot of the other stuff ran up and sideways. This has run up and then right back down again. Beautiful consolidation here, though. This was its high base. This was a really, really nice move. I don't do much for Elliott waves here. I do a lot of it in my video newsletter. So if you guys like Elliott wave type stuff, sign up for the newsletter. 1, 2, 3, ABC 4, and this is maybe a 1, 2, 3 of 3 here, but this is 3 of 5. So 1, 2, 3 of 5, 4 of 5. It's pretty deep. Keep in mind that we don't always get those last little moves, and that might be what we're seeing here. So I think this was probably just a 4-wave here, consolidation high base, and an ABC type correction, and now we pushed our way up into the highs. So it'll be very interesting to see if the NASDAQ does manage to make new highs up here. This will certainly be your next conservative go long moment. Otherwise, looking for moves back below here and see if we can't catch a little bit of the short side. Overall, you can see the consolidation. It's been wandering itself sideways. Big hard push last week, only to be coming right back down here again this week. I'll do a lot more of this, talk about this here on the, like I said, the newsletter and stuff. But as it is, it's just a high base sitting. It's still bullish until otherwise proven. This is all still bullish. Yes, it's getting tired. Yes, it seems like it might want to pull back, but that's not enough for me to throw money at the market and hope and pray and wait. Let's just let the market tell us. So right here, pretty much confined between the 2750 and about the 2850-ish mark, about 80 to 100 points here. Just moving ourselves sideways for 1, 2, 3, 4, arguably working on our 5th week of sideways action within the NASDAQ. Expect something big to happen, and the Fed speech could be exactly what is needed. That's the catalyst. Here's your high base in the SPX. Now let's do some comparison. If we go back here and we look at the NDX, oops, I want to look at the daily NDX. Here you can see the high base. The high base was then followed by a huge pop to the upside, and now we've started kind of working our way back down. Well, look at this. You take a look at the SPX. Here's the high base. Maybe we get that pop to the upside, and then it starts working its way back down. Doesn't that make sense? We'll see if that works out that way. Elliott waivers, 1, 2, 3. A, B, maybe another pullback yet for C. That takes us in and through tomorrow. A pop-up would be the good news, whatever comes out on Thursday maybe, and then you've got basically a follow of the NASDAQ. Just something easy, just something interesting to keep in the back of your mind and to kind of follow along, but some of this might be showing what the next moves could potentially end up being. So the NASDAQ could be showing us what might happen here in the SPX. Otherwise, just a consolidation, guys. Listen, above here, below here, those are your moves. I would honestly wait. We're in a huge channel right here. But as it is, temporarily, this is just a high base formation. Here it is on the daily, high base formation. This blue line holding beautifully, has for a while. So we've run back up into it and we've stopped. We'll see if this continues to hold itself in and after the Fed talks. But this blue line is going to win. I'm telling you, even if we blow above it, it's only going to be temporary before eventually that blue line is going to come right back into play again and price will come back to it and probably below it. So very nice channel that we've been holding on to here in this huge push to the upside going all the way back till June. VIX on a daily, huge move up, large move down. This covered a lot of ground. Now we're right back kind of in the middle. Keep in mind, between 15 and 20, you know, is my complacency. That's right where we're at. It's very complacent here. We were in a falling wedge. We've now moved into a channel, very well defined to the downside here. We'll continue to see how this thing plays itself out. Love trades to the long side in the VIX when we get into the 14 and 13 areas. I'm just saying. This is when I love to be playing the VIX, down in these lower levels here. Right now, a little bit tougher, just because it's showing nothing but complacency. Same thing on a weekly. We've been working on this move to the downside, 1330, which I, made mention hasn't been seen since like '07. So it's been a long time since we've been down there in those smaller ranges. But then look what happened. We hit that 1330, and I was salivating when we got down here, and that thing popped all the way up to 19. Did not take it long to get going. So we'll see what happens. Overall, as long as we're between 15 and 19 or 15 and 20, we're not seeing any major fear rolling into the market. Very complacent here. FAS, here's that high base. Look familiar? Yes, it does. Thank you very much. Looks like the SPX. Back above 106.50 for your long and back below 103 for your short. Pretty clear in here. Elliott wave, guys. This looks like a 4 wave of some sort. This could have been it right here, actually. And we could potentially, Not sure yet, a little early yet, but we could be starting a new move to the upside, which would be wave 5. That could certainly bring you some extra profit. So you are looking for these entries both long and short. Here's the daily. You can see the high base, exactly what the market's doing here. Elliott wave it out at 1, 2, 3, high base for 4, and then one more push up for 5, 106.50. Above that is your opportunity to try that. Don't know how long it'll stick. I don't know if it'll stay there very long, but at least it's an opportunity to play it. I would certainly tell you it's worth a shot for sure, back above that area on the long side. FAZ then showing us the low base, looking for the drop to the downside, back below about the $18.20, $18 mark, then back above 18.75 to the long side. Very well contained down here, also just kind of putzing along. So take your trades accordingly. This is a low base. You can see it looks like it might want to just plop through the bottom of that. Definitely worth a shot to the short side, depending on which one you like to play, FAS, FAZ, whatever. It's kind of up to you. Long or short doesn't make a difference, but this one does look like it might have a little bit more of the downside to go, which puts the FAS in an up in a high base up move. So we'll be looking to see if that resolves itself for the next couple days. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which way this thing's going to want to roll before the Fed talks. If the Fed comes out with QE3, that'll be really good for the banks. So wouldn't surprise me at all to see the FAS drop a little bit tomorrow, FAZ go up a little bit tomorrow, but keep this low base look and or high base look, depending on which chart you're following, and see what the Fed does on Thursday. That's it. Sit on your hands. If you're a swing trader, sit on your hands. A couple opportunities here to pull a little bit of here, a little bit there out of some of the indices, but overall, that's about it. Sign up for the newsletter. $28 a month, guys. Come on, buck a day. Get real. That is just cheap, cheap, cheap. And the videos are 15 to 20 minutes long. Tons of good information in there. Give you something to watch on a regular basis to maybe get yourself grounded and give yourself some ideas. And then the mentoring. You really want to do this on a full-time basis. You want to talk to me about the mentoring. Send me an email. We'll chit-chat on the phone, find out if it's a match for you. And until next time, see you later.